Good morning, people. Joy here from Bangladesh. Today, this episode, I'll be doing a morning thought sort of a video followed by a full fragrance review. So if you're looking for a fragrance review, you may skip the video. This video is going to be just random topics, and I just want to speak like I used to do. I actually did a lot of these episodes called the morning thoughts. This is one of them, and hopefully I can actually finish without any interruption. And probably it won't be that long, but in my channel that's not the case. Most of the time I take my time and I try to say the things I want to say, and then some people they find it irrelevant. So from that sense, you can absolutely skip the video. If you're thinking like this is not your interest, you can definitely do it, and I'm not gonna mind at all. So today's video, I want to talk first of all. Today is our New Year, Bengali New Year. So many of you know, when I was in Malaysia also, I saw Indians, Bangladeshis, even Pakistanis have like New Year. I don't know, we call it Boishak. In India, Boishak is like our version, and in Malaysia I saw Indians, we call it they call it Boishakhi. So the day I think is a little bit different, not but same exactly for Indian Tamils and Bengali, Kolkata or Bangladeshi people. We have Boishakhi Day. So what you do is we have a very colorful day. People dress up. It's like a holiday, and you just go attend cultural programs. I really love that, colorful Bangladeshi culture, Bengali culture. It's always beautiful. So I wish all the Bengalis and Bangladeshis, both wherever you are, a very very happy New Year. Poila Boishakher shubhechcha shobaike. That is in Bengali. তো আশা করছি সবাই ভালো করে সুন্দর করে একটা দিন কাটাবেন। বাংলাদেশে যারা আছেন তারা একটু সাবধানে থাকবেন, বিকজ এখন কিন্তু অনেক গরম। So stay hydrated, stay in a cooler place, make sure you don't get sick, and enjoy a very nice day. So that's the first part. Second part is I want to talk about one very important thing, like what we do in fragrance review. I'm just going to share something from my own life, and third part I'm going to talk about a little bit serious matter. So this second part or component, what I'm want to talk about is what we do, what fragrance reviewers do. For me, I'm not consider myself a fragrance reviewer. I'm just like, as I told you, I always like to think of myself as a consumer, and I give you my consumer point of view because I buy my fragrances. I love them so much. I buy them. It's my pleasure to do fragrance reviews. Sometimes, if possible, I'd like to do exclusives. Exclusive doesn't mean that I am being sponsored by anyone or some companies just allowing me to do it exclusively. No, sometimes there's no review on any fragrance, just no review whatsoever, but it's people have interest in it, but they don't want to spend that money. So someone has to take the bullet and then invest in, and then say, oh, this is good or this is bad. So people like that. People like showing, like seeing new reviews. When this one came out, Sauvage GDP, I took the bullet. I paid maximum price possible. I had the EDT. I was like, because I'm a reviewer, I have EDT. I had like multiple bottles of it, and I just decided I have to have it because I would like to talk about it in my channel, because this is what I do. This is what I love the most. Even if you give me $1 billion, even if I become a billionaire someday, I'm gonna still buy perfumes. I'm gonna buy all the perfumes in the world, and that's just my way of living. It's kind of insane. It's kind of stupid. To many people be like, no, you should focus on other things in life. I do, but this is what I just really enjoy from here, so here I want to talk about a little bit of this side of a reviewer. Let's say I call myself a reviewer because I do talk fragrances, and the whole purpose of a channel, I think if you're doing any subject, that is, let's say you're reviewing any product or a car or anything, food, restaurants, you should do it wholeheartedly. You should do it from your honesty. Even if you get sponsorship and whatnot, I'm not going to mention any name. Don't want to do any controversial videos here, and I do not want to spread hate or anything, but I'm just going to say in general, when viewers, like when I was just 200 or 100 subscribers, I used to whatever I used to do, I try to do the same, but at this moment maybe the work keeps me. I'm going to talk about a little bit of my work, but it keeps me so busy, the whole day. End of the day, I do videos sometimes, but I say I apologize, I'm so tired, and I'm not bluffing, I'm not just trying to show that I'm so busy, I don't have time to read your comments. I do read the comments, but What I do is this small decant page that I do. It's like a sort of venture, but I try to keep it alive. I try to, because I have no sponsors and I don't want sponsors. I'm like, I don't want to be ruled. I don't want to be told. I can turn on the advertisement on the video. I can monetize. Turn on. I have that option. I don't do it because maybe it's just like, I don't think of it like that. Like people will tell me there'll be guidelines. Let's say some website, they send me free bottles and they say speak highly of it, or I know that I'm like not a big reviewer like that, but even if I did, I would always say no. If I do not have the freedom, I don't want the free bottle. I would still give you my honest opinion. But this is the part that I'm trying to say is honesty. It's your dedication. So what you do, even if you become a big shot and you become rich, if you move away from your work and if you're not doing what, like let's say I am a viewer, I like certain reviewers that I watch and I follow them. I would do anything for them in the community. I'll support them. I'll talk so highly. I'll protect them from other people when they say it. I'll just jump out and say, no, that's wrong. I did that many times. And it feels good. I feel proud to stand by my friends. And that I do not because even if they're like doing garbage, I would do that. No, I would do that as long as I see they believe in what they're doing and I believe in what they're doing. And I think that's the whole point. Sometimes I get messages like, Joy, you are an honest reviewer. I always appreciate your detailed reviews and it helps me, and you don't lie. That's the most important thing. You do not lie. You do not do marketing. You do not try to push products like a seller or a promotion, salesman. If you do not believe in a fragrance, okay, just simple. If you do not believe that this fragrance is good or nice or whatever you mention in your channel is not honest, that's it. People may not tell one day, but someday they will be able to tell. And that's it. Your purpose is gone. But if you love and you wanted something, for example, this fragrance, Silver Scent Bogart Pure, Silver Scent Pure, sorry. I wanted this for more than a year. I looked for it everywhere, I saw it in post. I just wanted to have it so badly, and trust me, that craving, it's not a very expensive fragrance, I wouldn't say it's a super expensive. I have way more expensive fragrances than this. But the satisfaction I got from it is just happiness, sheer happiness to share it with you or send decants to people. Sometimes I gift it to some people and some people ordered it. But when they got it and they say, Joy bhai, it's exactly what you described it, that's what I got from it. That's it. That's the whole, I feel that's the whole purpose. That's the whole happiness. You see my eyes, it lightens up. So yes, coming back to that point, that is, I think if you're not doing what you're meant to do and you're just like, if I cannot talk about others. If let's say today some companies decide to like say come and Joy, you have significant, say Rasasi. I love Rasasi. So they come like, hey Joy, you're doing good, you promote our products, thank you so much, would like to give you a free tour to Dubai and everything. That would be awesome. But that wouldn't mean if Rasasi would say you work exclusively with us. I don't work exclusively with anyone. I like to work independently, because that freedom is very important. I remember Mel Gibson's line all the time in Braveheart, freedom. Without freedom, what you're gonna do without freedom? I think it's important. Freedom is very, very important. Independence, freedom, so you can actually give the real, what you feel, the honest, because without honesty, lies are ugly. Yes, so I don't like that. I don't like manipulation. I do not like personally to lie to people. I don't feel good about myself. Okay, so I think that's the whole point. If you're doing this line of work, even if you're doing business in perfume, you think I want to do decanting, you're inspired by me or any other, make sure that you do it wholeheartedly. You do not think it's like easy. Nothing in life is easy. Okay, you cannot achieve anything. Like today I work very, very, very hard. I barely sleep. I think of researching what is next, what's good, what can I put out there that's gonna be like interesting, what's not out there, what can I review that can benefit people, or something that even if I'm decanting, right? So I'm thinking what could be a good solution that is not talked about in the community by people, right? I try to do that so people have interest, because the whole thing is an interest and a hobby. So if the interest dies, your hobby will die. So these are the things I always constantly think. So in the end, if you're not doing it from the heart, and if you're doing it in it for the money and the fame and that's it, and you stopped your work, even if you get famous, but you can do your reviews, right? Do once a month, once a week, any review that is. If you do it honestly, people can tell, and that actually gets appreciated. Maybe one of the reviewers telling me, I'm not going to mention names, he's like, you started off much later than me, but your subscribers gone past mine, and your views are a little bit more. I don't get so much views. I get like 1,000 tops, you know. I'm happy with that. It's not a problem. Views, it's nice to get views, but it's nice also to see that real people read and watch the video and they actually comment and they communicate with you. But it's also nice to be appreciated. But when he told me that, I told him, like, you know, it's the importance is your work, your contribution. It's one way. You are content provider, content maker, put it out there. Maybe not for, if you do not get appreciated, still keep it there. Someone's being benefited. Okay, so yes, that's the whole purpose of what fragrance reviews should be. Your knowledge can be different, limited, or you, depending on how much you study, research, or how much you sniff fragrances. Like I'm always online. I'm trying to see notes, trying to get if what's you know, if I can get that. But if your honesty, what you got, let's say you didn't understand the fragrance at all, you just say, I don't know what's in it. I say sometimes I don't know what's in it, but it smells good, and I say I like it or don't like it. But if you do not like something and you push it just to like sell, or you know, that loses the whole purpose, right? So that's the second part. The last part I want to talk about is a little bit serious. It's a very difficult topic. It's just no way easy way of saying it. It's the rape, you know. It's a very serious topic. It's not a fragrance related. I don't like to talk about non-fragrance related thing in my channel, but sometimes we are human beings. It touches us. I've been reading a lot of this disturbing news, you know, like our subcontinent, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. There are women, children, little boys, they're being raped, they're killed. Even there's violence going on all over the world. And I'm not a huge believer in any extreme, in politics-wise, religion-wise. I'm very much into nice people are my best friends. I'm not a very social person in that way. I'm not very social outcast as well. But I choose my friends very, very carefully. I like people who do not have interest in me because they want something. I like people who are interested in me. They like me. They like my work, or they like what I do. They have same interest and they have respect. You know, these are my way of life. But when I see there are a lot of people, they're so disturbing. You know, they're so biased towards their religion or their own people, and then they divide people based on the skin color, racial profiling, or religion, caste, or rich or poor. I've been reading all this thing and I see how petty people have become, you know. Like, I see rapists, you know, I'm not just saying they are the only one who's at fault. It's our fault, you know, in together, you know, it's all together, because our system is failing. We are failing the system. Sometimes we are so selfish, we don't care, you know, what's happening. So there's this 5-6 years old, like, beautiful looking babies, you know, like, I have my niece, I don't have, you know, like, I personally, I'm not a very family person. I like to stay by myself, but I love my niece, you know, I love children. They're the best thing in the world. They cheer you up. They're not corrupted. They're very pure and they're happy, you know. I like babies, you know, since I was in school, colleges, you know. I used to go to different houses, schools, anywhere I go, I make friendship with kids very, very fast. I'm very kids friendly. I wanted to be a teacher, like, you know, kindergarten cop, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I can have, like, you know, whole day I can play with them, like, hey, kids, let's do this. This is gonna be fun. Let's do a picnic. It's gonna be awesome, you know. And they're like new, so they're learning, you know. See, children, everything they learn is like they're excited. You show them painting with crayons, or you give them a new toy. They're so interested in, and they're like so attached to you. So I used to do like A levels in Malaysia. So there's one classroom. Let me tell you, there's one classroom, right? And we used to have like our A level classes afterwards, this nursery, and then, you know, the play group, whatever you call the children's school, and they finished their school around 1. Excuse me. And then we would just take over the class because we had limited space in the school. So the school is called Saiful. If you're from Malaysia, you would know it's on Jalan Ampang, just opposite to Fairview. So Saiful School, it's all the embassy kids and, you know, the elite kids. You see all the internationals. So we used to go there, and there were like some kids. There's this baby, her name was Lana, I think. Yeah, she was from Australia. Her mom or dad used to work in embassy. So they were like few, you know, like few kids. So they used to wait for their parents to come with the big jeep and stuff, and they're waiting. So when you go into the class, they were like, why are you taking our classes? I'm like, because this is a classroom. And they're like, you're not allowed to sit here. This is for children, you know. I'm like, oh, okay. Because the chairs are kind of smaller. So we're like, you know, so we told the principal it's not nice, give us separate classrooms. So the whole point was they used to come and like, you know, like, hey, could you read me a book or something they would give me. And I actually, you know, like kind of enjoyed it. That's the point. I thought I would want to be a teacher, you know. I want to communicate, teach them something, good things in life, give them good talks and manners and stuff. And these children, when there are some monsters out there, I saw a few days back, Pakistan, you know, I don't want to go too deep into it, I'll get very upset. There's a very beautiful looking little girl. She was like walking on the street, and then uh, some guy just took her, and then she never came back. And I saw the CCTV footage, it just haunted me. There's this girl in or one of the villages in Bangladesh. She was raped and killed. Her neck was broken. I'm just saying this, because I understand people kill, like killers. I understand that people kill, but the rape, is so. It's like I cannot accept it. I really feel there should be a death penalty for it. So there should at least be some sort of a example that you cannot get away with this kind of shit. You cannot get away with killing, hurting people. Especially kids. Like your kids. You guys have kids, many of you, right? Imagine they hurt you. Imagine those rapists. They hurt their kids in front of them. They cannot do anything about it. So either way, every way, you think it's not my issue. It's because they are Muslim. We are not Muslims. Just telling you, and we're just gonna act blind, when it's not happening to us. These are all wrong, and I don't believe all the people. Many people told us like there are people who believe that one particular religion is good, other ones are bad. Even our our community, I saw in Malaysia, Bangladesh, many people believe that non-Muslims are our enemies. Just horrible. It's just awful. In a similar way, you think Westerners are thinking all the Muslims are terrorists. We are not. And we are not the extremely religious sometimes we like the normal things just like you. We like a nice car, we like a nice food, going shopping, movies and stuff. We have this normal life, but we all believe in one thing. Should believe there should be only two kind of people in this world. No black, no white, no Chinese, no Muslim, no Hindus. Think good and bad. There are only two kinds of people in this world, and faster we open our eyes, we actually do change, make changes of ourselves, like change in ourselves, and we just stand united. Any wrongdoings, like recently in India, this little 8-year-old girl, she was killed by a cop, and then they were protecting them, and there's a priest in some temple, and I don't know the whole details who are from BJP and whatnot. I don't care. What I see is a rapist. I saw an animal. Even I wouldn't call them an animal. Animals are cute, they're nice, they're innocent. There's just no way to describe them. I wish I knew, the bastards and stuff, they just hurt children, innocence, whoever do that, you should stand against them united, no matter what your religion is, what your color is, what your faith is, caste is. That way we can make the world a better place, okay? And we must ensure justice. So in future, people are scared to do this kind of heinous crime, So anyway, that's all I have for today. I mean, it's too long already, but I just want to share. I just want to put my words out there. So as someone watch, to let me know how you feel about this. And please be careful with your children, where they go, what they surf on internet. There are a lot of bad people around, and there are a lot of threats nowadays. We have to be a bit more vigilant. All right. So take care, guys, and be careful and take care of your family. Right. So now let's, I think I'll focus into the review back to back. Take care, guys. Have a very nice day. Bye-bye.